This was a question that was asked in the year 2018. Okay, it was a question that was asked in the year 2018. In the course of this discussion that we are going to have today, we are also going to answer this, है ना? जो भी हम आज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, it is going to prove that there is a link between the two. Politics and morality, they are linked, they are related, and we are also going to prove or substantiate our discussion by providing some examples and some other ideas. Okay, so this is a question. We'll return back to this question. Let's begin with our discussion. Politics and morality, they are linked, they are related. 2018. In the course of this discussion that we are going to have today, we are also going to answer this, है ना? जो भी हम आज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, it is going to prove that there is a link between the two. Politics and morality, they are linked, they are related, and we are also going to prove or substantiate our discussion by providing some examples and some other ideas. Okay, so this is a question. We'll return back to this question. Let's begin with our discussion. First, we will be discussing political attitudes. Opinion. Substantiate your opinion. Substantiate your opinion on the above mentioned statement. On the above mentioned statement. Okay. So this was a question that was asked in the year 2018. Okay. This was a question that was asked in the year 2018. In the course of this discussion that we are going to have today, we are also going to answer this, है ना? जो भी हम आज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, it is going to prove that there is a link between the two. Politics and morality, they are linked, they are related, and we are also going to prove or substantiate our discussion by providing some examples and some other ideas. Okay, so this is a question. We'll return back to this question. Let's begin with our discussion. First, we will be discussing political attitudes. We will be discussing political attitudes. So first, political attitude. Once we have discussed political attitudes, once we are done with it, then we will move on to the second part, which would be our moral attitudes. Okay, now let's begin this discussion with a specific diagram. Let's draw a diagram. Can anyone tell me what does this diagram represent? If you look at this diagram,
represent 1/4.
what can you conclude from this diagram? Look at this diagram. And what can you conclude from this diagram? Can anyone tell me? There is a circle. Here in that circle, I have mentioned that circle to be reflection of our attitudes. And then there is a part of the circle, the part of the circle which has been specifically highlighted, marked, and there I have written that that part marks political attitude. Now, if you look at this particular diagram, how can you interpret this diagram? Tell me. Different kinds of attitude. Okay. With attitudes, political attitudes are also there. Okay. Political attitudes lie in our attitudes. One fourth part of attitudes are political attitudes. Political attitudes are a part of our attitudes. Okay. In civil servants' attitude, there is a significant percentage share of political attitudes. Political attitudes are a part of our attitudes. Okay. One fourth part of our attitudes are political attitudes. Okay. So let's and write this. So what are political attitudes? Political attitudes are those attitudes which are directed towards they are directed towards they are directed towards political parties comma political candidates comma political institutions
ये 52 ये क्या होता है
institutions and comma
towards
political candidates comma political institutions and political issues and policies. Political issues and policies. This is what
institution
political attitudes can be defined as. है ना? This is what political attitudes can be defined as. So most of you, what you mentioned as you interpreted with this very diagram, most of you were correct. But remember, Harshita, we cannot say only the attitudes of civil servant because I have not mentioned civil servant. I have mentioned all attitudes. So if you look at this particular circle represents the attitudes that we hold. है ना? All the attitudes that we hold. And out of all the attitudes that we hold, some of them, not all of them, some of them are political attitudes. What are those? They are political attitudes. Some of those attitudes are political attitudes. Now, these political attitudes, which attitudes are political attitudes? All those attitudes which are directed towards political parties. That means, I have previously told you, political attitudes are basically, or as mentioned, attitudes are basically our preferences. है ना? Our attitudes are our preferences. So, our attitude towards political parties, which political parties we prefer, our attitude towards political candidates, our attitude towards political institutions, as well as the attitudes that we have towards political issues as well as policies, that is an example of our political attitudes. Let's take an example. If we try and in recent times, if we look at some issues that are very prevalent, like there has been a lot of question on the role of Election Commission, Election Commission of India, ECI. Clear? And there is a question on the ECI's neutrality.
Election Commission of India.
Now, there
It's
is a lot of
neutral.
question on
No.
ECIs, that is the Election Commission of India's neutrality. Do you think this is a political attitude or not? What I think about the Election Commission of India, or what you think about the Election Commission of India, is it your political attitude or not? Yes, tell me. Is it your political attitude or not? Is it your political attitude or not? Is it your political attitude or not? When we talk about how think about the Election Commission of India, what we think about the Election Commission of India, is it our political attitude or not? That was my question. Is it our political attitude or not? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Why? Because we have talked about institutions. We have talked about institutions, and what we think about, the institution like the Election Commission of India, which is closely related to politics, it is our political attitude. Okay? Similarly, if we take another example, recently,
Quad.
recently, the Waqf Amendment Act,
Buff.
the Waqf Amendment Act was passed by the Parliament of India. It was what? It was passed by the Parliament of India. Now, what I think about this amendment, is it a part of our political attitude or not? What do you think? Is this a part of our political attitudes or not? Is it a part of our political attitudes or not? Yes. Yes, absolutely, it is very much a part of our political attitudes. It is very much a part of our political attitudes. The reason is that we have mentioned policies and issues. We have mentioned policies and issues. Clear? Another example. Today, one of the major concerns related to India's democracy is inner party democracy. Major today, one of the major policies and issues. We have mentioned policies and issues. Clear? Another example. Today, one
Continue
of
to
the
सुनाई दे
major
रहा बार बार.
concerns related to
Inner
India's
party.
democracy is inner party democracy. What is it? Inner party democracy. That is, what you will find is that in India, yes, we choose our own representatives. We elect them. We send them to the legislative institutions. Some of them even become ministers, prime minister, chief minister. All of this is going on. However, when it comes to political parties and the decisions that they take internally, that is inner party decisions that are there, that is been one of the major concerns today. Because what we find is that elections are conducted only to choose members of the parliament, members of the state legislature. Even when we talk about all these elections are going on, but what we do not see is the elections that are going on within a political party. So when it comes to choosing
UPSC
the
Civil
no, when it
Services.
comes to choosing the president of the political party or important office bearers in the political party, there are no elections that are held. What I think about this, that is, what is
मैं
my
यूपी से हूँ.
attitude towards inner party democracy? Is it a part of our political attitudes or not? Is it a part of our political attitudes or not? What do you think? Inner party democracy, what our views are relating to it, is it a part of our political attitudes or not? Is it a part of our political attitudes or not? Yes, attitudes are things that are going on within a political party. So when it comes to choosing the when it comes to choosing the president of the political
हाँ
party
मेरा BA
or
फाइनल हो गया.
important office bearers in the political party, there are no elections that are held. What I think about this, that is, what is my attitude towards inner party democracy? Is it a part of our political attitudes or not? Is it a part of our political attitudes or not? What do you think? Inner party democracy, what our views are relating to it, is it a part of our political attitudes or not?
Yes, it is a
Is it a
part
part
of
of our political
political
attitudes or
party
not?
attitude.
Yes, it definitely is. Similarly, what we think about political candidates, what we think about different political parties, all of this that we are talking about, they are all the part of our political attitudes. That means our
डेली पढ़ाई
preferences,
करें बस,
our
यही
views,
एक
our
सिंगल
opinions
टिप्स है.
related to political parties, related to political candidates, related to political institutions, related to political issues, or for that matter policies, all of them, all of this is a part of our political attitudes. All of it is what? All of it is a part of our political attitudes. Clear? Now, what you can, in addition to this, what you can also add is that whenever we talk about attitudes, whenever we talk about political attitudes, whenever we are talking about political attitudes, it is also the attitude towards, it also includes what? Attitude towards or attitude of people. Attitude of people towards political ideologies. Towards political ideologies. Example, if we talk about political conservatism, or political liberalism, or political radicalism, our attitudes that we have towards what? Our attitudes that we have towards political conservatism, political liberalism, political radicalization, that is also very much a part of our political attitudes. Now, can anyone tell me what is this political conservatism, liberalism, or political radicalism? Can anyone tell me this? Yes. Can anyone tell me what is political conservatism? What is political conservatism?
उस पार्टी में
Anyone who can tell me this?
चाहे वो पार्टी गलत या सही कुछ भी कर रही हो, बट फिर भी हम उसी पार्टी को सपोर्ट करेंगे. ये होता है तो बोलते यार उसको orthodoxy,
Political
we can say
conservatism.
also orthodoxy.
Yes, the term conservatism.
Yes.
The term conservatism is about what? It is
कहाँ
about
से हैं आप?
maintaining status quo. Maintaining
मैंने वैसे लिख दिया
status
है,
quo.
कोई बात नहीं इसको.
That means it is a political philosophy. What is it? It's a political philosophy, or you can say it's a political ideology.
Maintaining
It is a political ideology where
status
certain political parties, they do not want any form of radical change in the society or on social issues. Those political parties that are there, those political parties fall under the category of following a political ideology called as political conservatism. Political conservatism, है ना? आप देखोगे कि when we are talking about, when we are talking about social reforms, है ना? जब हम social reforms की बात करते हैं, तो कुछ ऐसी political parties होती हैं who do not believe in radical change or radical reforms. उनका मानना ये होता है
जो चल रहा है
that
वही
any
बेस्ट है.
change or reform that would be there, they will come automatically in a step by step process, और वो instant change या radical change पर believe नहीं करते. Slowly and steadily they are going to move towards that very change. वो होता है ideology of conservatism. Okay, ideology of conservatism. Then comes the ideology of political radicalism. Now this is absolutely what? This is absolutely contradictory to this, where you will find that here it is about radical changes. The political parties who do what? The political parties who believe that there needs to be radical change. Radical change. So the society, the social norms that are there, they need to undergo radical change. That is what is called as the
Radicalism.
as the ideology of political radicalism. जैसे आपने कुछ examples से इसे समझ सकते हो. If we talk about Maoism in India, है ना, जिसको इंडिया में हम नक्सलिज्म भी कहते हैं, जिसको हम नक्सलिज्म भी कहते हैं, है ना. What do they want? What do they want? What they want is that there needs to be complete change. जो current government है या जो current state है, they need to be overthrown, है ना, उनको हटाना है. And we need to form what they call as people's government, है ना, what they call as people's government. That is what is meant by radical change, है ना. That's an example. That is an example, Maoism or Naxalism. Clear? Then comes political liberalism. Political liberalism is what? The ideology which believes in the concept of liberty. That is things like free speech, rights, etc. ये है ideology of political liberalism. Now this is what is the ideology of political liberalism. Okay? Now, what do I think about political conservatism or political radicalism or political liberalism? The ideology that we hold, it is also very much a part of our political attitudes. It is also very much a part of our political attitudes. ठीक है? देखो, you cannot ask me this question today कि Maoism क्या होता है. Okay, I know
Maoism
very
is a
most of you have
no,
already
sorry.
completed the internal security classes और internal security class में मैंने ये
अच्छा
explain किया था कि जो
इंटरनल
चाइनीज
सिक्योरिटी ये
रेवोल्यूशन आया
पता
था
है ना
और चाइना ने एक नो ही देयर वाज एन इंडिविजुअल ठीक है माओ जेडोंग and he took up a communist revolution in China
यस
by violently overthrowing the state. उसी माओइज्म को हम इंडिया में वो टर्म यूज करते हैं माओइज्म इट बेसिकली रेफर्स टू नक्सलिज्म एंड नक्सल मूवमेंट्स दैट आर गोइंग ऑन इन इंडिया ठीक है what I'm trying to explain to you is that the attitude that I hold whether which political ideology do I prefer which political ideology do I prefer the ideology of political conservatism, ideology of political liberalism,
आइडियोलॉजी
or
ऑफ
ideology of
पॉलिटिकल
political
लिबरलिज्म
radicalism. It will depend upon what it will depend upon my no, it will depend upon my political attitudes. Okay? Now, what does political attitude determine? है ना? What does political attitude determine? See, political attitudes determine political attitudes determine belief and preferences of the people. What does it determine? It determines belief and preferences of the people that shape what that shape you will write this okay you will write this please all of you will write this I expect a direct question on it ठीक है I am expecting a direct question on this
पॉलिटिकल
okay
एटीट्यूड
so political attitudes determine belief and preferences of the people that shape how people think and engage in politics. So what people think about politics, and how people engage with politics, it is determined by our political attitudes. What does it do or how is it determined? It is determined by our political attitudes. I will give you an example. But before that, I want all of you to write this. Azra Khan, you have asked a question. Give us a quick glance of what Amendment Act. देखो Azra, if you go through the YouTube channel, the KGS IAS English YouTube channel, you will find that there is a video completely dedicated to Work Amendment Act. No, that's a video where you are being informed about what are the changes and how these changes are going to impact. So why will I do it in the class when you already have a video on it? ठीक है वो जाकर सर्च करो. Follow the YouTube channel. You will get very good information if you have not already followed it. Okay. It's a difference between conservatism and liberalism. Conservatism is about status quo. Liberalism is about more and more liberty. ठीक है तो कंजर्वेटिज्म ये कहता है कि जो जैसा है वैसा होने दो मिलने दो लेकिन लिबरलिज्म ये कहता है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा राइट्स लोगों को देना चाहिए और स्टेट का इंटरवेंशन कम से कम होना चाहिए. That's the difference between the two. Okay. Anyways, clear? Now, what did I mention here? Look at this point and let's try and understand Political attitudes determine belief preferences of the people. It
उसके
shapes
बाद
how people think and engage in politics. A very, very simple example of it is participation in elections. Participation in elections. A very, very simple example of this is participation in elections. Tell me, who will participate in elections? Will the participation come from an individual who does not really believe in the importance of democracy, or will
I
it come
think
in
they
a
should not
in
participate
that
in
very
election.
from that very individual where people do believe in democracy, they do believe the importance of electing true representatives who can do what, who can represent them and ensure that people do what, people elect the representatives, those representatives who are truly going to take who are truly concerned with the the people and their interests. आपको क्या लगता है? You will find this that generally जब भी elections आते हैं इंडिया में, अगर हम कुछ डेटा से समझने की कोशिश करें, let's try and understand through certain data. Let's go back to the 2019. So the 2019 general elections, that is the 2019 general elections where where if you look at the overall political participation,
2019
overall political
2014 में भी
participation,
गवर्नमेंट
that is
सॉरी बीजेपी
number of
गवर्नमेंट
people
का
who
इलेक्शन
voted,
करते
etc.,
हुआ
etc.
था
It was
2019
approximately 67%.
में
Approx. ठीक है? This is not the exact figure. कुछ point वाइड इधर उधर हो
29
सकता
में
है.
होगा.
It was approximately 67%. Okay? So 67% of the people that are there, 67% of the people voted. 67% of the people voted in the general elections. Okay? If you come to the year 2024, 2024, general elections of 2024, it is said that this decreased a bit by 1%, somewhere around that. So it was somewhere around 66% people who have voted. है ना?
2024 में
यहाँ पे सोचने की बात क्या है? What is the more important aspect is जो हमें बहुत ध्यान से समझना है, that if we need to understand why are these many individuals voting and why are people who despite the fact are eligible to vote, despite the fact that they are registered voters, despite the fact that they hold valid rights related to voting and participating in elections, but they still do not do that. Why? Because what is important in determining an individual's behavior, in this case, it is about engaging in politics. It is about what? It is about engaging in politics. So in that case, what determines whether an individual positively engages or not? It determines, it is about political attitudes. It is about what? It is about political attitudes. So when you look at this 67% or 66% of the people who are participating in elections, they have a specific positive attitude, or you can say a positive political attitude. A positive political attitude. On the other hand, you find that there are almost 33 to 34% people, they do what? They are not participating. So why are they not participating? इसमें से देखो कुछ ऐसे भी केसेस हो सकते हैं कि फॉर सम रीजन दे वर नॉट एबल टू वोट, हो सकता है, ठीक है. देयर मे बी सम परसेंटेज लाइक 1.5% of the people they are willing to vote, but for some reasons they could not. So leave them aside. So in that case, if we talk about suppose 30%, so why is it that 30 to 32% of the total population of India, they are not voting despite the